Hello. Okay, so as promised, I wanted to give you guys an update on what I've been up to, what's to come, and look forward to. So, as some of you may know, most of you don't. Probably like very few people know. I actually am no longer with Vet. Last year was one of the hardest years of my life, to be honest. I went through a lot of loss, and one of which was my company. When you take on investment from investors, you need to make sure that you are completely aligned in every aspect. From how fast you want to grow, to how big you want to grow, to your morals and your beliefs. It came down to a decision that I felt very strongly about, and I stand by today, that the investors were not equally aligned on. And so with that being said, I handed the company over to them. So I'm the CEO. I no longer have any part of that at all. It was one of the hardest things I've had to do because, it's like giving your baby away. The company, I believe God planted in my head and heart back in 2020 for a reason and a purpose. And I know that reason and purpose was fulfilled. We've served and helped so many people, and I learned so much. My faith in God was strengthened in ways I can't even explain. He started to show me different ways of looking at business and how to price and how to do marketing and sales and how to just love and serve customers. And it's one of the coolest things that I've ever experienced is finding faith in business. And unfortunately, unless you're equally aligned and yoked with your partners, your investors, with your partners, then, later on, something like this where you have to make a decision happens and you're not aligned. And so while it was the hardest 12 months of my life, the last 12 months, I learned so much, and I want to be able to share that with others. I'm happy to go into more detail about my testimony. Honestly, I'll probably be documenting some of the journey moving forward, which I'll get into in a second. But yeah, last year was just really tough. I also had the relationship that I was in ended around the same time, which was incredibly difficult. Someone that I loved and I do still love as a person, and it's hard. Loss is really hard, but with loss come and ending of seasons opens doors to new opportunities and new seasons. And so at the end of last year, the engineering company that actually built my product for Vet reached out to me. They were such good friends during actually the whole entire partnership. When I first started working with them almost 4 years ago, they were just like family and friends to me. They truly wanted the best for me and for the business. And what I love about them is that they're just so entrepreneurial, they're entrepreneurial minded, they're forward thinking. I'll never forget when I went to Prague to meet with them. The one guy, Tonda, I came in the morning and there was a giant whiteboard filled with all the different ways that, avenues that Vet could go down, and he literally thought of everything. It was so cool. And then later when the product was built, seeing all those things actually happen and come to fruition was just incredible. So anyway, they actually reached out to me to run partnership for them in this next season of my life. And so of course I said yes. They have just been so incredible to me. All last year while I was going through everything, they were checking in and making sure I was okay. And that's, I know that when I was looking for an engineering company to work with, to build my product, I had spoken to so many people, and it's so hard to know who to trust and who, is going to be, a good partner. And they just far surpassed that for me. And it's cool because I get to speak on, on your side as like a potential customer about the experience and working with them and the process and everything, and which is really cool. It's cool to be on this side now. But I'm excited for this next season because I get to work with other companies building really cool things, and just help you guys bring your ideas to fruition. So, if you're a startup or a scale up, so companies who are looking to just enhance their products or streamline your existing process with technology, I would love to sit down with you and kind of just go through what your plans are and see if, this engineering company that built my product could help you to build yours. And so that is the update that I have. I have one more update. So I'm going to be mostly working with US companies and everything, but I really want to be able to sit down and meet with the product team and just kind of scope out different, areas of the projects that we're working on with our customers. And so they actually asked me to move to Prague. So I'm in the process right now of moving to Prague, getting all the paperwork and everything done. And my whole thing is bringing faith to Prague. My one other loss that I had about a month or so ago, my dog, her name is Faith. This is actually her. She passed away unexpectedly. But while she's not going to be there physically with me in Prague, it says on the back, I will walk by faith. And that's exactly what my entire journey up to this point has been, is walking by faith. And I know that God has a plan and purpose for my life, and God has a plan and purpose for your life too. Last year I was at my darkest, lowest point. But just continuing to remember that God has a plan and purpose, and taking these experiences and not taking them as the end, but really just changing my perspective that, what can I learn from this? There was a point last year where I wasn't even sure if I wanted to be here anymore. And I woke up the next day and I was like, God, please show me a different way of viewing this situation, because I can't go on like this anymore. And I just started to just steward well the things that were right in front of me. So whether it was, my body, going to the gym, my dog, taking her out on extra long walks, waking up early, like stewarding the things that I did have and were right in front of me. And one of the things was my friendship with this company, Oaks, and just continuing to foster and see opportunity when it seems like there are none. So I just wanted to say this as encouragement to anyone who's going through anything, that even though right now you are in the dark place and you feel like it's the end, it's not. Like, I am telling you, I can speak from experience. Like, I had so many losses last year and I just didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But I had to literally change my perspective. I had to make a choice to wake up and see things different. And I asked God to show me, and he did. And so as I embark on this new journey, I just want to share encouragement with you that the darker the day, the brighter the light, as my favorite Brandon Lake says in his song. But I'm going to be documenting this journey again to share what God's doing in my life and what I'm learning, and to encourage you guys. So I only have one follower, I think, because I just created the account, but it's the Instagram handle is going to be Faith in Prague. So I'm bringing my little faithy girl to Prague, and I'm excited to work with you guys. And if you want to schedule time to talk, also, I have a really big network, so please let me make introductions for you. I would love to help you with your journey, with your business, with whatever it is along the way. So I believe that everyone we meet in life is for a reason and a purpose too. And so maybe, I met someone who can help you. So reach out and let's set up a time to talk. All right. I love you, and thank you so much for following me along this journey, and I look forward to continuing. All right.